Hi, my name is Amrita and I'm a fashion designer and a fashion stylist, and I take lectures on fashion too. Well, now that you all know what fashion styling is, by the end of this video, I'm going to give you all it takes to know how to be a successful fashion stylist. Like you all know, this career is quite broad and full of opportunities. Let me tell you, it's not something that you need to be born with superhuman powers to be a part of. Even I was very much like you, like how you all are at the moment, a little hesitant. Even when I was joining my course in fashion designing, I was not sure of how it was going to go. I said, at the back of my mind, I thought I would, get the course done and start a boutique of my own down the line. I was quite hesitant on how my design would be appreciated, how they would be taken in the market, what if my client doesn't like it. And I was so nervous and insecure about everything around. It took time to understand. It took time to realize that, okay, there's way more to it. And slowly and steadily I started walking. From the very beginning, my mom keeps telling me stories today that I used to pick up things from nowhere, absolutely nowhere, something which was thrown, pick them up and do something in it, fidget with it so much, and in the end make maybe a brooch out of it or a hair accessory out of it. Or maybe even as a kid when my mom used to give me, a pair of, this skirt that I have to wear and a blouse that I have to wear. And even then, I used to go pick up from, maybe a jacket from some other dress and wear it along. And she used to be like, okay, this looks quite pretty. And she never thought that I could do it. Maybe yes, she used to get very annoyed by the way I used to mess things up. But yes, she really liked it. And she was one sense of motivation, she always appreciated how I dressed, and that kept building on. From the very beginning, doing things from nowhere. I always had it, I always thought it was an inborn talent, looking good. I got very inspired from how my dad used to dress, very simple, sober, whatever he used to wear was so classy. And I always used to look up to him, like, I want to be like him, because when he used to walk with, his colleagues or his friends, he used to always stand out. Not that he used to wear something different or something out of the world all the time. But even in those simple clothes, he had that particular way, the class of carrying his stuff. And he was one source of inspiration which, got me in this field. And today, trust me, when I'm here, I feel so very proud when a person, my client, introduces me to someone else saying, hey, she's Amrita, she was responsible for how beautiful I was looking at the party that night. Hey, she's Amrita, she took me shopping and this is all that I bought. And I feel so very proud because I actually did not leave what I loved. I actually stuck on to it. I knew it wasn't like it came up overnight. I have had, I kept falling in most of the places because this is a very subjective topic. Something that you like is not exactly what I like, and what I like and tell you to do might not be what you want to do. So this is not something, which has got theoretical. Okay, this is what you have to do and everybody follows. Not in all the cases. You have to drop down somewhere, and it happened many a times with me when I was taken aback. Okay, is it really so bad that I cannot, move on to it? But one thing, don't give up with it. I kept on moving with it, and today this is where I am. I'm so happy to be a part where I'm appreciated by so many people. With all that I have to design is taken as as one of the trend setting kind of a thing. And with events, with photo shoots, with people I attend as my clients, with people who I do customized designing for, all of them give me such brilliant feedback. Not that you don't have, negative things, but even when those negative things come in, when someone tells you, I like this, but this could have been better, don't take it as like, oh, she's not listening to what I'm saying. Take it as like, okay, understand if that really does. Implement it, see what is better according to you. You need to have that sense of color, that sense of style, that, how you can feel a few fabrics, how something might look good on someone, how your body shapes work, how your skin tone works. A basic knowledge in all of this comes to be brilliantly helpful in the end. So when I decided that I want to get into this field and I became a successful stylist, I really think it is a very good idea to share this with you, though you might have to spend a few thousand somewhere else when you want to know about how you can become a successful stylist, or someone might ask for a few thousands for that consultation. I'm just telling you to share my experience and how beautiful it feels to stick on to something that you love and keeping a passion towards. As a student, even when I joined my course in fashion designing, I was not very interested in all the subjects. I thought I liked only, illustrating because I like drawing. Yes, even I had not joined that course, I was, always here and there, like I told you, with making so many embellishments for dresses, for my mom's saris, doing so much here and there, painting pure things, putting things out of my cupboard, reinventing them, cutting my t-shirts, making, adding nice kind of, I remember doing this to one of my t-shirts. I cut down the sleeves and I added beautiful flowers on the shoulders to make it look quite cute. So I used to like doing all that, but we don't really have all that as into the course of fashion designing as a student. So I was always, I do not want to do this part of designing, I would like to do this. But trust me, all of it in the end is really helpful. You don't really need an entire 2-3 year course in styling, but a course in fashion designing could be of great help, because you need to know fabric study. You need to understand how a few fabrics are made, what is done for them, from where they come, the origination, how they are implemented, the variety that is made, how you can get a particular color with this fabric, the tie and dye, understanding embroidery, because it could be, you need to know, at least when you're styling, you need to at least know what terms you can call them. You shouldn't go blank when you're using designing terms. How, the construction of a garment is done, how you make patterns, these basic things. Topics like elements of design and principles of design are the basics of designing, whether it's interior designing, whether it's fashion designing, whether it's graphic designing, because they include these subtopics such as colors, lines, textures, values, silhouettes, which are very important for you to know. If you're doing body shapes, the study of silhouettes will help you decide which kind of a silhouette suits what kind of a body. When you're doing colors, you need to understand the psychology of colors. How red will work, how blue will work, what you can wear formally, what you can wear casually, how much you can implement with these colors on you. So such kind of topics are really very helpful. When you're moving on, you're understanding topics like your fashion art, how you have necklines, how you have skirts, how you have shirts, the variety in each, what kind of pants are available in the market, what kind of skirts. Apart from these, you need to be very good at fashion forecasting. This is like a boon. You're blessed with it. Forecasting helps you understand what is going to be there in the upcoming trend, whether it is related to accessories, whether it is related to the silhouette, whether it is related to the cut, the fabric, the texture, everything. Keep an eye to this. Spend hours understanding them. Collect magazines, go through them. Trust me, when I'm doing that, I enjoy it so much, because it's keeping you a step ahead of all the people who aren't really doing it, who aren't really understanding how fashion forecasting helps. So when you're doing fashion forecasting, it helps you, it gives you that, before it is like a premiere show, before everybody knows, before it's out, you're like the first person who's going and picking all those things onto you and starting to implement it. Take inspiration from Bollywood. This could be a kind of a study with your course in styling, because when you're understanding fashion victims, you're understanding people who dress exceptionally well, you're understanding what suits them, because you can categorize. This kind of an actress is in this body shape, this kind of an actor, has such kind of muscles, and this is what suits, and this is what does not suit. He should wear this, he should avoid it. Because when this is imagining, is building, you're trying, actually it is helping. It is helping you somewhere behind your mind, where you're realizing, okay, this is done. I'm going to wear this top with this kind of accessory. Now this is because you have made this kind of a library in your mind itself about what is going to look good, where it is going to look good, when it is going to look good. It is all set in your mind. Because the more you see, the more your mind captures, the more easy it is to give out all of this. Apart from these topics, there are topics like conversion of looks, differentiating of looks. Okay, when I'm talking about conversion of looks, you all can imagine how Amir Khan looked in 3 Idiots and how he looked in Lagan, right? These are 2 different characters playing 2 different roles. So, you need to study from this, how in the same character you can look different. That is with how you're going to be, your thought process behind the same. This can also be implemented with just the clothes and the accessories you're wearing. Accessories are like your best friends. They are supposed to be there in your cupboard in abundance. Your denims and your white shirt are going to betray you someday or the other when you're going to change in your body shape. But these accessories are your best friends and are going to stick around you for the longest time in your life. So with these accessories, there are numerous ways in which you can, try doing different things with your looks. Suppose if I have a plain white dress. A plain white dress with red beads around, with a red clutch and my wedge heels will look different, while my white dress with maybe a pearl necklace, small pearl earrings and stilettos will look different. So this is about differentiating of look. Another thing which you could be studying about is making of accessories. You have your plain footwear, plain straps, and you're adding stones, you're adding beads, you're making tie-ups, you're making it look so very different and so very innovative. And this can also add to the process of learning. When you learn all of this and start implementing, this is the first very step that you take towards becoming a successful stylist. Today all that I am is not because some angel came and told me in the night, you're going to be a fashion stylist tomorrow, and I got up in the morning and I was. No, it really did not work that way, and it does not function that way for anybody. It is a time-consuming process, but not that you should give up. Keep this love for styling, keep this love, keep this passion towards fashion very strong in you. Even I wasn't, given like so much money and told, here it is, do all you have to do. Like most of us have to struggle. This also, like any other field, involves struggling period. All you need to know is your goal. Stay focused. And this is a very good thing that you're into an industry which is so much of creativity, so much of fun and so much of practicality. People who are not from this field also have to do all of this, right? If you're a doctor, does not mean you don't look good or you don't dress well. If you're an IT professional, does not mean you just wear anything to work and don't look good, don't care about how you look. They are also very related, but you're very lucky that if you are in this field, you have this extra chance of knowing what the inside story is. Keep this love for style alive in you. You can work as an intern with a stylist or with a designer. Understand what they do, see how they work, see how the business runs. Understand the fabrics, the textures, the colors, what they do when, how they talk to people. Now this is a very subjective field, like I told you earlier. You need to be very convincing with this. Suppose you're coming to me and telling me, this is not looking good, I think you should go for something else. I might be, in a very awkward position, or might just be taken aback because of what you're saying. Similarly, if a client walks up to you and says that I need to wear this for a party tonight, but I don't know how to put it on me because I'm not sure how I look. I'm sure you're not going to tell her, oh, you know what, you're not in an hourglass shape, forget it, you're not going to be able to carry this. Obviously, you will not. She'll just put that there and run away and never recommend anyone to come to you. What you're supposed to do is be so convincing enough to tell them in a very polite manner that is not going to look good on you. Maybe you should try something else that will look better. This happens in retail stores as well. When I was working in a retail store, there were times when people used to come and ask, does this look good on me? And very honestly, don't go and tell them, oh yeah, it looks beautiful when it's looking this graceful. Tell them the truth, but you can't tell them you're looking ridiculous in what you're wearing. That's not the way. You're supposed to tell them in a polite manner. I think that other thing would suit better because this is not, it's not suiting your body so much, or that will flaunt better. So there's this way on how you talk to these people and how you, tell them what looks good and what looks bad. You need to know all this. You need to firstly dress yourself so smart, be so confident, believe in yourself so strongly, feel beautiful from inside, because nothing else in the world is going to make you, look good. Unless and until you're feeling it from the inside, it's not going to be coming out. So feel good from the inside firstly. Have that confidence. Talk to people, introduce yourself, have those brilliant communication skills, let your body language be perfect. The people around should notice that aura you create around should be very positive. They should, really feel, oh, she's that stylist, and look how she looks in the very basic clothes that you're carrying. You're very outstanding. You can assist people, you can assist photographers, understand how their work is, get into editorials, newspaper, magazines where they hire stylists, get into costume designing, costume styling, get into Bollywood. People, their need for these TV commercials, they hire stylists, be a freelancer with all of them, so you can experiment a lot. Don't stick on to one place. When you're taking up, when you're understanding or taking experience, take it from different ways and implement it all together. Because today when I did, after my designing course, not that I left designing, I get to customize designing for people. But all this became like an add-on. Today I design, at the same time I take people for shopping. I have a few clients who keep coming to me whenever and as and when they need consulting. I go on for photo shoots, I'm called for events, and it's so much fun to be a part of all of this. All you need to do is follow one person, yourself. Don't keep going around asking everybody, oh, does this look good, does this look bad? Take a little time, practice it on yourself and see how it looks good or bad on you. Give your own views to yourself and appreciate them in the end. Just feel beautiful from the inside, follow your heart, follow what your gut feeling says, follow your instincts. Understand that this field is going to be for a variety of people and you're going to be dealing with all of them. When you're doing it for a shoot or whether you're doing it for personal consulting. When you're doing it for a shoot and you have this kind of a theme, get into that character, understand what the model is dressing as, what kind of a situation is there, what kind of a thought process is going on in the photographer's mind, in the art director's mind, and then put it all together and frame it with what it has to be. At the same time, when you're doing it as a consultant, you need to follow the same, where your particular client goes, whether it's more of casual dressing or more of formal dressing, what she usually, maybe from the very details, like what she eats when she goes out, whether she's, a coffee person, whether she likes a lot of colors, whether she likes it, nude and whites or neutrals. You need to understand all of this, and this is going to happen when you exchange characters. Maybe when you're quite a bright person and your client is not, it is difficult, might get difficult. So what you need to know as a secret would be you getting into that person's character. Forget your colors for a minute. Understand that all you need to know is white and neutrals, and then try to convince her on how you can implement these colors bit by bit into your life. To be successful, this is the only thing that you all need to be following: yourself. Believe in yourself and you're going to be the only person responsible to go to the top.